Hi everyone, it's Crystal with Stitching with Crystal. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a little bit since I did an update, so I thought I would update you on where I am. Lots of changes, but we are doing what we can while we can. I have moved. I think I've done a video since I moved, but I have moved, and so the house has just been kind of constant work that needed to be done. Just lots of changes, lots of forward movement in my life, and because of that, kind of some of my stitchy time has been not there. So I haven't gotten as much as I'd like to get done, but I have gotten some work done, and I thought I would give you guys an update. I am working on the Battle Heaven and Earth Design Stitch Along. I have kind of taken a little bit of a break from that. I really like it. It's got blocks of color. I also like the fact that when I stitch versus like a full pattern, like one of the bigger patterns, I can stitch all day and I only do like 0.2%, which is great, but it's also a little discouraging with the stitch along. I can do that, and if I do that, I've done 1%, which it really is encouraging. It makes you feel like you're going so much faster. So I am going to get back to it. I just needed a break. I kind of do that sometimes. I hit it hard and then I need a break. But I am currently working on Fairy Tale Fabric Mermaid. It's by Dragon Muse on Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm going to switch my camera around and show you. This is what it looks like. I really, really like it. This was a random act of kindness off of the website. And so I'm very, very thankful that I was given this. This is actually going to go in my girl's bedroom when I'm done because I like the colors. You may not be able to see it on here, but if you actually look at the photo, it actually has like a 3D effect between like the clouds and just the whole thing. It pops versus 2D, which a lot of the stitches, a lot of the patterns tend to be like more 2D, but this is kind of 3D, so I really like that. I'm sorry about that movement. But here we are. That's my dog. I wasn't going to take it out of the frame. I just kind of wanted to show you where I'm working. I'm really liking the darker colors. I'm kind of finding as a stitcher, I tend to stick with darker colors. Sorry about the bleeding there. That's probably a little confusing, but I've made a lot of progress. There's actually more of it that's up here that I'm not showing you that I've done. But I am currently 18,400 stitches out of 245,000 stitches. So I'm 7.51% done. It's just a massive, I'm sitting on my bed because I don't feel well today. It's just a massive piece of fabric. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking the colors. I'm really liking all of the, like, it's not confetti heavy. Checking all the girls. It's not confetti heavy. It's not, it's got blocks of colors, which I really like because I feel like you can make a lot of progress. It does have some confetti within the blocks, so it is not monotonous per se because it's constantly shifting from colors. And then there's little pops of colors within like the blocks as well. So, there are times where I do just like one color and I'll just focus on one color and spend a bunch of time on that, or 5 colors that are just bigger blocks. And then there are other times I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish this section and I'll do some confetti, which, it might have, you know, one here and then another one here. And so I'll be honest and show you. This is my back. It's upside down right now, but this is my back. I know some people tend to not want to drag their stitches that far. To me, it doesn't bother me as long as I know it's not going to like pull. With that part, I knew it wasn't because I had done everything around it. So that was like the last stitch of that area. So I knew if you do that and it's the first stitch, then when you're coming back behind it, you can go and pull your stitches up through it, and it can create this weird tension because now it's got this extra pull other than coming from just one area. And it can create a mess too, because now you've got all these different stitches going through this piece of floss, and it just can create a lot of problems. So for me, it's never been an issue. I tend to do the blocks and the majority of the colors first and then come back and do kind of the confetti. So I've never really had an issue with that. If you have, or if you have suggestions on that, just let me know. I'd love to hear others' opinions on it. But I feel for me, it's not worth it to do one stitch unless it's far. If it's like 100 stitches away, absolutely. But 20, 30 stitches away for me isn't a big deal. I know for others it is. But for me, it's never been a big deal to just kind of carry that over, unless I'm like running out of floss or there's another reason. But yeah, I think that's what we all do. We just kind of stitch with our heart and do the things that feel right to us. I have someone who recently just asked me if I could go and teach her cross stitching. Obviously, she's not going to start with a full cross. There are some people who do start with a full stitch piece. And kudos to them. I would not have that. There's just so much to learn. But that's really what it is. Anytime you level up in cross stitching, or anytime you do something different, you learn different techniques and different ways you want to do it, and you grow as a stitcher. We all have our different ways of doing things. I like to loop start. I'm blanking on words right now. Loop start is a really, really good way. It cut down on the majority of the floss and the little hang floss on the back, which for me always was a problem, because I felt like when I was coming back up the front, no matter how small I cut that, it would pull up the front, and now I'm having to go and like take the floss and pull it back, so that it created a mess, and there's a lot more mess on the back compared to what it is now. So I love Loop Start. If you currently don't do that, I really recommend it. I do hold on to some of mine and like just leave them hanging out. Not the majority of them, but I do for some of them. Like if I know they have ones going down and I haven't gridded that far, I might do that. Or if it's on the edge of where the Q-snap is that I'm using, I might do that so that I can go and, pick it back up later. Everybody has their own way of doing it. So it's just finding out what works for you. So I love that. So yeah, any suggestions you want to give me? But yeah, Heaven and Earth Designs Stitch Along, I am still working on it. I still plan on making some terrific progress on it this year. And I really would like to finish it. I did the one last year. I did not finish it. I hit it hard at the beginning. I think I got the first 5% done of the first section, because it was different last year, in the first like month. I have 2 kids, 2 twins, and at the time they were 6 months. So for me to get that much done in that amount of time meant that all of my free time was going towards it. And I just burned out, and then I just couldn't pick it back up. So I'm really trying to stop that from happening. I think I'm 2.5. I'm gonna check right now. I should have done this before, but oh no, I'm 4.55% right now. So this one's different though, it has a lot of block colors. So it feels like you get done faster, because I'm currently still in the sky on the first page. I'm about ready to get to the boat, which is going to slow things down because there's more confetti. But lots of pinks so far. So I really was able to just jam through it and get that part done. So I really do want to get back to it and kind of mix up the sky with the ship, so I can see progress on both, and I'm not just overwhelmed with all of the like color changes and stuff with the ship, because there's going to be a lot more on that. So yeah, but I hope you are doing well. If you're doing the stitch along too, let me know where you're at. Maybe you're one of the people who've actually finished so far this year. If you are, congratulations. If you're at 2% or 20% or 70%, it doesn't matter. It's awesome that we're all doing this together, and we'll be able to have our finished pieces together on our different walls, as well as sharing the progress along the way. So well, I really hope that you are safe with the weather. The weather's been wild where I'm at in Southern Illinois. So I hope that you're being safe. And I will talk to you next time. Have a wonderful day.